sweat socks mentality that built up there. What finished those folks off was around 950 A.D. Mycenaean pirates eventually laid siege to these Minoan cities, and after centuries of slowly drifting deeper and deeper into opiated decadence, Minoan Crete fell. But all of the mysteries and the mysticism and the orgiastic rites and all of these archaic forms were then imported into Greece as mystery religions, as cult practices. One of the puzzles of Minoan religion is that they worshipped these things, or they had a religious relationship to these things called aniconic pillars, they're called. What they are mushrooms, as far as I can tell. They built shrines, they worshipped columns, but these columns were slightly flared on the top. If any of you are interested in that, well, something that should be said, see, we have a distorted view of how culture developed and what classicism really meant, because for the past, throughout the 18th and 19th century, European scholarship spent a huge amount of time distorting and erasing the debt of Greek civilization to Africa. They basically screwed with the record because they just couldn't bring themselves to believe that all this wonderful architecture and proportion and mathematics, that it was little brown people who were responsible for this. And if you're interested in this book, there's a book by Burnell called Black Athena that is a really radical book. Have any of you read it? It was very controversial a couple of years ago. Great book. Yeah. Black Athena by Burnell. And it shows how Western culture misrepresented the debt of classicism to Africa. I mean, they could tolerate the idea of Egypt as long as you always made sure, that these people were white as the driven snow. Well, it's a bunch of malarkey. I mean, it was a thoroughgoing black culture, and everything was derivative of it right up until, I don't know, the Byzantine Empire or something. I mean, Plato freely acknowledged his debt to this stuff. It was just that it was unswallowable to late European culture. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did a cover thing on it. I didn't read it. Time a few months ago. Yeah, what was it called? Our